regarding Alvar Sampradayam, Ramayanam is called Sharanagati Shastram. So Sharanagati is the core content of Ramayana as per Sri Vaishnava tradition. But we cannot, and rather, we don't have the right to classify that this bhava is higher, that bhava is lower, like that. Because even in one bhava also, a particular person's devotion may be very high in that bhava, because we may consider Madhurya Bhava is great, but a particular person's devotion in Madhurya Bhava may be slightly, we cannot grade, yet I'm just telling to you for understanding. Some person's bhakti in Madhurya Bhava may be lesser. In Shanta Bhava itself, some person's bhakti may be higher. So it more depends on the individual and his ruchi and whatever bhava he chooses, and also God's grace. So it is a combination of all these things only. So, from a general perspective, we cannot grade these bhavas. Suchakra Varadacharyan Shuddha Sattva Guruttamam Srinidhi Raghavam Vande Hyapara Karunakaram Karpari Ramapiranayallal Matrum Karparo Purpa Mudala Pullerumbadi Ondrindriye Narpal Ayodhiyil Vazhum Sarasaram Muttravum Narpalukku Uittanan Nanmuganar Petra Nattule. Namaskaram to all. First of all, I consider this as a great opportunity and a blessing to present the topic Alvar's Mahabhavas on Sri Rama in this serene atmosphere of Valmiki Ashram in Ragihalli. So I should thank Sri Ranganji Swami and all the other dignitaries of this ashram for blessing me with this opportunity. And without further delay, let us move into the topic. This 60-minute lecture will be divided into two parts: 40 minutes of lecture plus 20 minutes of interaction. So, first 40 minutes I will be speaking, next 20 minutes all of us will be speaking. So, regarding the first 40 minutes of the lecture, we are going to see the Mahabhavas, in whichever emotions and what all moods Alvars immersed themselves in the anubhavam of, in the experience of the divine attributes of Lord Rama. We all know that Alvars as the mystic saints who immersed themselves in the experience of the enormous auspicious attributes of the Lord, and whatever they experienced, they blessed us with their hymns called Nalayara Divya Prabandham, the Tamil Veda. Now, in that Tamil Veda, Alvars experienced the Lord in different bhavas. Bhavas means emotions or moods in devotion. In different devotional moods, in different bhavas, Alvars experienced the Lord. What is the basis for all these emotions? The basis comes from the 9 types of spiritual relationship each Jivatma shares with the Lord. Our scriptures say each one of us share 9 types of spiritual relationship with the Lord. Please note, it is not material relationship, because in worldly relationship a father cannot be a master, a husband need not be a master, he need not be a savior, but the Lord can be our father, our master, our owner, our savior, our husband, our soul, our everything. At the same time, the Lord can be everything for us. So, this is beyond material parlance. This is from spiritual connotation, spiritual relationship. What are those 9 relationships? Pita cha rakshakasyeshi, bharta gnyeyo ramapatihi, swami adharo mamatma cha, bhokta chadyam anuditaha. The same Lord, he shares 9 relationships with us. We also share those 9 relationships. The first one is Pita Putra. He is our father. We are all his children. Pita Putra. Number 2, Rakshaka Rakshya. He is the savior and we are all the objects of his protection. We are saved by him. He is the savior. Number 2. Number 3, Seshi Sesha. He is the master and we are all Sesha, his servants. Now, Dasa is also servant. We say Sesha is also servant. What is the difference between Dasa and Sesha means? Sesha is also Dasa. Sesha is also servant only. But the nature of this servant is, he is not a mere ordinary servant. Bhagavad Ramanuja defines in Vedartha Sangraham, Paragata Atishaya Adana Ichaya Upadeyatvam Eva Yasya Swarupam Sa Seshaha Paraseshi. The servant whose only purpose of existence is to add glory to his master is called Sesha. So, we are also servants to our office, but only 9 to 5. 9 to 5 we are servants, and we serve only to get the salary on day 1 of the month. That's all. But for Lord, we share a spiritual relationship. Here we are his servants. The ultimate motive of existence of this Jivatma itself is to add glory to the Lord and none other. That kind of a servant is called Sesha. So this is the third one. Pita Putra, Rakshaka Rakshya, Seshi Sesha. Number 4, Bharta Bharya. He is the husband, Purushottama. We are all his wives. Whether the Jivatma may be in a male body or a female body, Jivatma is a woman and Jivatma is the wife to the Purushottama, single Lord. Number 5, Jnaya Jnata. The Lord is the one to be known. We are all the knowers. We are trying to know him. He is the one to be known. So Anveshtavyaha Sa Vijignyasitavyaha, says Chandogya Upanishad. So he has to be known. We are all the knowers. The 6th relationship is Swami Swam. In Sanskrit, Swam means property. Swami means proprietor, the owner of that property. We are all property. He is the owner. Number 7, Adhara Adheya. He is the supporter. We are all supported by him. Without him, we have no existence. So he is the supporter. Number 8, Atma. He is the indwelling soul and Jivatma constitutes his body. Each and every Jivatma is the body of the Lord. Just like Jivatma dwelling within this body, the Lord has Jivatma as his body and dwells within Jivatma as Paramatma. So it becomes a triad. Material body inside which Jivatma resides. Jivatma is a body within which Paramatma resides. Again here Ramanuja defines body beautifully in Vilakshanatva of Sri Bhashyam. Because we may question, you are saying Jivatma is body of Lord. Jivatma doesn't have hands. Jivatma doesn't have feet. Without hands and feet, how can something be a body? Ramanuja gives definition for body. You see how much scientific definition it is. Definition for body. Because mere assembly of hands and feet and organs is not a body. Ramanuja defines, this definition suits for material body as well as the spiritual body. Jivatma is body of Lord. So it suits both. Ramanuja's definition, Yasya Chetanasya Yadravyam Sarvatmana Swarthe Niyantum Dharayitum Cha Shakyam Tat Sheshataika Swabhavam Tat Tasya Shariram. The definition of body is an object which is supported by a sentient being, which is controlled by that sentient being, which is inseparable from that sentient being, and it exists only to add glory to that sentient being. That object is called body. So this suits for this body. This is supported by a sentient being. Vedas says we have got knowledge, so we are sentient as per Vedas. Then we can question ourselves whether we are using it or not. So Jivatma is a sentient being. This body is supported by Jivatma, controlled by Jivatma, inseparable from Jivatma till our last breath. Inseparable from Jivatma, and it exists only to add glory to this Jivatma. That's why this body is called Shariram. Similarly, Jivatma is supported by super sentient Paramatma. Jivatma is controlled by that Paramatma. Jivatma is inseparable from that Paramatma forever. And Jivatma exists only to add glory to that Paramatma. So Jivatma is the body to the Lord. And Lord is our soul. This is the 8th relationship. 9th and final, Bhokta Bhogyam. Lord is Bhokta. He is the enjoyer. We are the objects of his enjoyment. In our terminology, he is the spectator. We are all entertainers. The entertainer has to entertain the spectator. Otherwise, no motive or no value for this entertainer. So he is the spectator who enjoys. We are the entertainers who have to please him. So these 9 relationships, Pitacha, Rakshakaha, Seshi, Bharta, Jneyaha, Ramapatihi, Swami, Adharaha, Mama Atmacha, Bhokta. These 9 relationships form the basis for the different devotional moods which are expressed by Alvars in their divine Divya Prabandham. Because they are those emotions, they are not mere emotions, they have got such Vedantic basis. Based on this relationship between the soul and the super soul only, they express different moods in devotion. Now, coming to the bhavas of devotion, while Alvars immerse themselves, they are called Alvargal. In Tamil, Alvar means one who gets immersed. When Alvars get immersed in the glory and glorious attributes of Lord Rama, they have experienced from Rama from 6 perspectives or 6 bhavas, 6 devotional moods. Those 6 moods only we are going to enjoy in this lecture. The first of them is Shanta Bhavam, obviously. Shanta Bhavam is a devotional mood of tranquility. You see, when we see this Ragihalli Valmiki Ashram, we get such a mental peace. Shanta Bhavam, with such tranquility, we experience the Lord as our Antaryami. Antaryami means indwelling controller, inner controller. Antaha means inside. Yami means one who controls. So Antaryami, experiencing the Lord as our indwelling controller, that is Shanta Bhavam. Number 2, Sakya Bhavam, connecting and communicating with the Lord as a companion or friend, a mood of friendly nature. So mood of friendship, it is Sakya Bhavam. Number 3, Dasya Bhavam, mood of servitude, realizing that the Lord is our master and we are serving him, that is mood of servitude, Dasya Bhavam. Number 4, Madhurya Bhavam or bridal mysticism, considering the Lord as the beloved Nayaka and considering oneself as the lover Nayaki. So here the devotee transforms into female mood. Somebody may ask, why can't he go into male mood and express this love? The reason is, female emotion can express love better than male emotion, because women can express love naturally. So in Alvars, we can take the case of Andal Nachiyar. Andal is a woman by nature, so she can naturally express her love for the Lord. But take the case of Nammalvar or Thirumangai Alvar, when they want to express their divine love, they should transform into feminine mood, say Parankushanayaki or Parakalanayaki, and then express that love. Because women by nature, they can express love better than males. So this bhavam, this bridal mysticism or Madhurya Bhavam involves the devotee getting transformed into a female state or feminine mood and expressing the love to the beloved Lord. That is number 4, Madhurya Bhavam. Number 5 is Vatsalya Bhavam, mood of parenthood, considering oneself as a parent, mother or father, and pouring paternal or maternal affection on the Lord, considering him as the child. We are all his children, but we consider the Lord as our child and pour affection on him. That is Vatsalya Bhavam. And last but not the least, we have got an interesting bhavam as the 6th bhavam. It is Virodha Bhavam, mood of enmity. What is it? Mood of enmity, can it come in devotion? First 5, okay. Shanta Bhavam, tranquility, the Lord is our indweller. Number 2, Sakya Bhavam, mood of friendship. Number 3, Dasya Bhavam, mood of servitude. Number 4, Madhurya Bhavam, bridal mysticism, divine love. Number 5, Vatsalya Bhavam, mood of parental love. Number 6 is mood of enmity, enemies emotion, Virodha Bhavam. Can it come under devotion? Means we have to understand this carefully. Thirumangai Alvar has sung in Virodha Bhavam, but it doesn't mean that Alvar turns into foe or enemy to Lord Rama. That doesn't mean like that. We should not take it in that way. The Virodha Bhavam involves observing the Lord's valor from his enemy's point of view. Because please observe, there is no surprise in a devotee praising the Lord. But when an enemy praises the Lord, it carries some value, right? Because the Lord's gunas, his attributes are so great that even the enemies get carried away. Even they are impressed. We see in Ramayana, Shatrof Prakyata Viryasya Ranjaniyasya Vikramaihi. Ravana says, Tammanye Raghavam Veeram. In Tiruvallur, we say Veera Raghava Perumal. Do you know who coined the term Veera Raghava? It's actually Ravana. Tammanye Raghavam Veeram. The term Veera Raghava was coined by Ravana. Shurpanaka, she admires Rama's beauty and says, Tarunau Rupa Sampannau Sukumarau Mahabalau. So this Virodha Bhava involves, there are enemies, there are demons. They get attacked by the Lord, and because of that attack, they realize the Lord's heroic acts. They realize his valor. They realize his strength. They realize his greatness. The foe turns into a friend. மாற்றார் உனக்கு வலி தொலைந்து உன் வாசற்கண் ஆற்றாது வந்து உன்னடி பணியுமா போலே. They then start praising the Lord. We can see it sometimes. Just for understanding, I am telling one example. Please don't take it the other way. When Virat Kohli bats in his full form, even the opposite team fans start clapping because they start enjoying his batting. Likewise, when Rama, he takes the bow and arrow in his hands and starts shooting those arrows, even enemy will applaud. Oh, how beautifully Rama shoots those arrows. That kind of valor Rama possesses. So enemy's emotion, how even enemy admires the Lord. That is Virodha Bhava. These 6 bhavas we are going to observe in this lecture. 15 minutes past now, 25 minutes remaining for lecture. Now the first bhava in Alvar's connotation, Shanta Bhavam, mood of tranquility. Whenever we come to the indweller, Shanta Bhavam, Antaryami, we should straight away go to Tirumalizai Piran, the 4th among the Alvars. Usually he is not referred to as Tirumalizai Alvar. He should be called Tirumalizai Piran. Tirumalizai Piran, in his Tiruchanda Virutham, 94th Pasuram, observes Lord Rama as his Antaryami, indwelling controller. Tirumalizai Piran's great Pasuram. ஊனின் மேய ஆவி நீ உறக்கமோடு உணர்ச்சி நீ ஆனின் மேய ஐந்தும் நீ அவற்றுள் நின்ற தூய்மை நீ வானினோடு மண்ணும் நீ வளங்கடல் பயனும் நீ யானும் நீ அதன்றியம் பிரானும் நீ இராமனே. திருமழிசை பிரான்ஸ் பாசுரம், they are all noted for the chandam, திருச்சந்த விருத்தம், that musicality. ஊனின் மேய ஆவி நீ உறக்கமோடு உணர்ச்சி நீ ஆனின் மேய ஐந்தும் நீ அவற்றுள் நின்ற தூய்மை நீ வானினோடு மண்ணும் நீ வளங்கடல் பயனும் நீ யானும் நீ அதன்றி எம்பிரானும் நீ இராமனே. Even if we don't know the meaning, that pasuram, that verse itself will make us enjoy that kind of chandam, that musical note we can see in Tirumalizai Piran's pasuram. Now coming to the content, Tirumalizai Piran observes Lord Rama as the indwelling controller of everything in this universe, including himself. We should observe the Lord as the Antaryami of everything as well as ourselves. So Tirumalizai Piran says, ஊனின் மேய ஆவினி உறக்கமோடு உணர்ச்சினி. Urakam, state of deep sleep. Unarchi, state of wakefulness. Oh Lord Rama, you are the indwelling controller of sleep. You are the indwelling controller of awakened state as well. So it means sleep, that is ignorance, awakened state, wisdom, both are under the control of the Lord. He is the indwelling controller. Valangadal payanum ni, the precious gems which we obtain from the sea, even the nectar from the ocean, they are all under your control. You are the indwelling controller, which implies that material pleasures are also controlled by the Lord. ஆனில் மேய ஐந்தும் நீ அவற்றுள் நின்ற தூய்மை நீ. ஆ means cow. ஆனில் மேய ஐந்தும் நீ. 5 pure items, they are combined together from cow. They are called panchagavyam. Cow's milk, curd, ghee, cow's urine and cow dung. They are combinedly called panchagavyam. Anil meya aindum ni. That panchagavyam also has you as its indweller. The next line is அவற்றுள் நின்ற தூய்மை நீ. பஞ்சகவ்யம் has great purificatory capacity. யத்வகஸ்தி கதம் பாபம் தேகே திஷ்டதி மாமகே பிராஷனாத் பஞ்சகவ்யஸ்ய தகத்து அக்னிரிவேந்தசம். That panchagavyam, it purifies us when taken. That purificatory capacity of panchagavyam is also controlled by you, Lord Rama. So you are the indweller of panchagavyam, indweller of the purificatory capacity of panchagavyam also. And then Unil Meya Avini. Un, in this body, Avi, there are 5 pranas: Prana, Apana, Vyana, Udana, Samana. Those 5 vital airs, pranas in this body, they are also controlled by you. You are the indwelling controller, which means both sustenance of this body and destruction of the body, they are all under the control of the Lord. Vaninodu mannum ni, sky, earth, they are all just upalakshanam. Sky, earth, similarly water, air, fire and all the elements, they are all under your control. You are the indwelling controller of all the 5 elements. Swami Periyavachan Pillai, the great commentator, emperor of commentators, he says, this can be interpreted in another way also. Van refers to Vaikunta Lokam. Man refers to material universe. Both spiritual universe and material universe are controlled by you. You are the indwelling controller of both the universes, both Vibhutis, Nitya Vibhuti and Leela Vibhuti. And Yanumni, above all, I am also controlled by you. You are the indwelling controller. So I can say, Yanumni, I am you, you are me. That doesn't mean you and I are identical and same. You are different, I am different. You are Paramatma, I am Jivatma. But since you dwell within me and since you control me, I can very well say, I am you. How can I say? We can cite a small example to explain this. This has been quoted by Swami Nadadur Ammal in the Shruta Prakashika commentary to Sri Bhashyam. The example is, if we call a friend to bring a cup of water, he will bring a cup filled with water. But what will he say? I am bringing water. He won't say I am bringing cup. He is bringing water, but he says I am bringing a cup. Can we say so? He is bringing a cup, but he says I am bringing water. Can the cup be called water? Yes, because cup is the container for water. The container which contains water inside can be called water itself. அதான் தமிழ்ல தண்ணி கொண்டு வந்தாங்கிறோம். So the container which has water within can be called water itself. Similarly, Jivatma is a container, Paramatma is the water inside. The container Jivatma which has Paramatma's water inside can be called Paramatma himself. But for that matter, will container and water be one and the same? They are different only. Similarly, Jivatma and Paramatma are different only. But since container with water can be called water itself, Jivatma with Paramatma inside can be called Paramatma himself. So Yanumni, this is called Samanadhikaranyam, identical denotation between Jivatma and Paramatma. So Yanumni, Adandri Yam Piranumni Iramane. O Rama, Yam Piran, you are my Lord, do-gooder. Piran means Upakaraka, who is a do-gooder and well-wisher. You are the do-gooder for me as well as the entire universe. So, Iramane, here, Tirumalizai Piran can use any word or any name of the Lord. But Tirumalizai Piran says, Rama, you are the indwelling controller of all these things, sleeping and waking states, all the wealth within the sea, that is material pleasures, 5 purificatory products from cow and their spiritual purificatory capacity. You are the indweller of 5 pranas in the body. You are the indweller of that sky and this earth. You are the indweller of myself. Iramane. Why should he call Rama? Again, Periyavachan Pillai gives an excellent commentary here. Because it is Rama who proved that he is the indwelling controller of all. When did he prove? When Rama proceeded to the forest, Dandakaranyam, from Ayodhya, what happened means, Valmiki says, this shloka has been quoted by Periyavachan Pillai, Apivrikshaha parimlanaha sapushpankura korakaha. when Rama leaves to the forest, all the beings in Ayodhya suffered from the pangs of separation from Lord Rama. What happened was, even flowers, buds, sprouts, trees, they got withered in Ayodhya as Rama was not there. Because Rama is the indwelling controller of all plants, trees, buds, creepers, etc. When the indwelling controller is not there, nothing in this universe can sustain. So when Rama is not there, even plants and animals and even microorganism cannot sustain. So he is the indwelling controller. It would be apt to call Rama as the indwelling controller. Thus, Tirumalizai Piran observes and experiences Lord Rama in Shanta Bhava as the Antaryami, indwelling controller of everything in this universe, including himself. First bhava, Shanta bhava, we have concluded. Now we proceed to the second bhavam, Sakya bhavam, mood of friendship. Tirumangai Alvar, whenever it comes to friendship with the Lord, Tirumangai Alvar alone has that courage to mingle with the Lord as a friend. Tirumangai Alvar, in his Periya Tirumozhi, 5th centum, 8th decade, 1st verse, pleads to Lord Ranganatha. He observes Lord Ranganatha of Srirangam himself as Lord Rama and pleads to that Lord Rama to accept him as his friend. And he quotes the example of the hunter Guha. Just like you accepted Guha as your friend, please accept me too. Excellent verse from Tirumangai Alvar, divine verse. ஏழை ஏதலன் கீழ்மகன் என்னாது இறங்கி மற்றவர்க்கு இன்னருள் சுரந்து மாழைமான் மடநோக்கி உந்தோழி ஊம்பி எம்பி என்று ஒழிந்திலை உகந்து தோழன் நீ எனக்கு இங்கு ஒழி என்ற சொற்கள் வந்து அடியேன் மனத்திருந்திட ஆழிவண்ணா நின் அடியணை அடைந்தேன் அணிபொழில் திருவரங்கத்தம்மானே. Tirumangay Alvar, he pleads to Lord Rama or Ranganatha, please accept me as your friend. He visualizes, Tirumangay Alvar visualizes the way Lord Rama made friendship with hunter Guha. He says, Yezhai, Yedalan, Kizhmagan Yennadu Irangi. Here Tirumangay Alvar, Kaliyan, Parakalan, he compares and contrasts the attributes of Rama and Guha. Take the case of Guha, he is Yezhai. Usually Yezhai refers to a poor person, that is poverty of wealth. But Periyavachan Pillai in his commentary says, here Yezhai refers to poverty of knowledge. So Yezhai means ignorant person. Guha doesn't know all the 64 arts or 64 Kalaigal. Those things Guha doesn't know. But Rama, he is an ocean of knowledge. He has learnt all the 64 arts under Vasishta. We say Aya Kalaigal 64 in Tamil, 64 arts. Agara Vilakkanam, Likitam, Kanidam, Vedam, Puranam, Vyakaranam, Nidhi Shastram, Jyotisha Shastram, Dharma Shastram, Yoga Shastram, Mantra Shastram, Saguna Shastram, Sirpa Shastram, Vaidya Shastram, Uruva Shastram, Itihasam, Kavyam, Alankaram, Madurapatanam, Nadakam, Niriktam, Sabda Brahmam, Veenai, Venu, Mridangam, Talam, Astra Parikshai, Gaja Parikshai, Ratha Parikshai, Ashwa Parikshai, Kanaka Parikshai, Ratna Parikshai, Bhumi Parikshai, Sangrama Lakshanam, Malyuddham, Agarudanam, Uchchadanam, Vittuvedanam, Madana Shastram, Moganam, Vasikaranam, Rasavadam, Gandharvavadam, Baipilavadam, Kautugavadam, Daduvadam, Garudam, Nattam, Mutti, Agaya Pravesham, Agaya Gamanam, Paragaya Pravesham, Adirisayam, Indrajalam, Mahendrajalam, Agnitambam, Jalatambam, Vayutambam, Vakutambam, Tittitambam, Shuklatambam, Kannatambam, Gatkatambam, Avastai Prayogam. These are all the 64 arts. This clapping sound is very much helpful for Upanyasakar because it will wake me up whenever I feel drowsy. This clap sound from audience can wake me up, and it is beneficial for audience also. Because being a doctor, I should say this. People who are having nervous weakness, back pain, body tiredness, heart problem, they can all clap often. Because clapping relieves all these problems, and clapping during Upanyasam will give double benefits too. So, here Guha is Yezhai, he is poor in knowledge. Rama is an ocean of knowledge. Yedalan, Guha has earned a lot of enemies because of his hunting profession. He has earned a lot of enemies among all beings, be it animals, be it human beings. He has earned lot of enemies, Yedalan. But Rama, he can turn even a foe into a friend. Another contrast. Kilmahan, Guha was born in a so-called lowly hunter clan, but Rama is the scion of Ikshwaku race. So, among these three defects in Guha, he is Yere without knowledge, Yedalan has lot of enemies, Kilmahan, compared to Rama, he is of a lowly clan. Any one of, now Tirumangai Alvar says to Lord Rama, Rama, any one of these three defects is enough for you to reject Guha. But he has all three. Any one is enough to reject. But Rama, what did you do? You neglected all these barriers of caste, creed, education, status, occupation, knowledge, etc. Rama, you mingled with Guha. Yezhai, Yedalan, Kilmagan, Yennadu, Yenangi, Matravarku, Innorul Surandu. Rama, you mingled with Guha as if there is not an iota of difference between you two. Rama is knowledgeable, ocean of knowledge. He has no enemies. Everybody is his friend. Rama, he is the scion of Ikshwaku race. He chooses Yezhai, Yedalan, Kilmagan and mingles without an iota of difference, without a tint of superiority complex within him. You mingled with him. That's why we say Rama's Saushiliyam. Mahataha Mandaisaha Nirandhrena Samsleshaha. Just like water pouring from a top place like a hill into a valley, Rama, who is on the top of all gunas, he just comes down and mingles with the devotees. Not only mingles without the sense of superiority. He doesn't consider I am superior. Without that feeling, he just mingles, just like water mingles wherever it goes. That's why it is called Neermai in Tamil. So you mingled with Guha. Rama, what did you say to Guha? Mazhaiman Madanoki Untori. Rama says to Guha, he could have said, Sita is your master's wife. Rama is master, so Sita is master's wife. Rama, you didn't say so. Mazhaiman Madanoki Untori. Oh Guha, this Sita is also your friend. Rama says to Guha, Madanoki Untori. Sita is your friend. Umbi Yambi. Next point is, Rama could have said, my brother Lakshmana is your brother too. No, your brother Lakshmana is my brother too, Rama says. Uhandu Thojan ni yanakku, you are my best friend. So far, we were 4 brothers. With you, we have become 5. You are my friend. You are my brother. Saying this, oh Rama, you made friendship with Guha just like you ignored all the defects with Guha. So just why Swami's lecture, I had the bhagyam of listening to that. He said, if Rama chooses to have friendship with a flawless person only, nobody he can get here. So ignoring all the flaws or even considering even those flaws as great bhagyam, Rama accepts them. So just like you ignored the flaws with Guha, considered the essence of his true devotion and accepted him as your friend and companion, Tirumangai Alvar pleads, please, Azhivannanin Adiyanai Adaindhen, Anipuzhil Thiruvarangattammane, please accept me too as your friend, as your companion. So, quoting Guha as an example, Tirumangai Alvar pleads to the Lord to accept him as his friend in Sakya Bhavam. This is the second Bhavam expressed by Alvars. So Shanta Bhavam Tirumizhisai Piran. Sakya Bhavam Tirumangai Alvar. Now we come to the third Bhavam, Dasya Bhavam. Again the same Tirumangai Alvar comes. The very next verse. We saw 5th centum, 8th decade, first song. Tirumangai Alvar pleaded to the Lord to accept him as a friend. Now Tirumangai Alvar thought for a while. Guha, he is at least a human being. He might have flaws or not, that's a different question. He is a human being. But what Rama did was, take the case of Hanuman. He belongs to the Vanara clan. It is in no way related to human race. Rama incarnated in human race, not born. He incarnated in human race. Guha was born in human race. Rama accepted him. No surprise. Rama incarnated in human race. Hanuman was from Vanara clan. he accepted that monkey as his servant. Oh Rama, please accept me too as Dasa, as your servant. Now quoting the example of Hanuman, in the very next Pasuram, Tirumangayalvar, considering Lord Ranganatha of Srirangam as Lord Rama, pleads to him, just like you blessed Hanuman to be your servant, bless me too. Excellent verse. Vatama Makan Markadam விலங்கு மற்றோர் சாதி என்று ஒழிந்திலை உகந்து காதல் ஆதரம் கடலினும் பெருகிடச் செய் தகவினுக்கில்லை கைமார் என்று கோதில் வாய்மையினாயொடும் உடனே உண்பன் நான் என்ற ஒன்பொருள் எனக்கும் ஆதல் வேண்டும் என்று அடியினை அடைந்தேன் அணிபொழில் திருவரங்கத்தம்மானே. ஓ ராமா, வாதமா மகன், வாதம் மீன்ஸ் வாயு, the son of வாயு, மர்க்கட்டம், he is a monkey. விலங்கு, he is an animal. You incarnated as human being. He is supreme Paramapurusha. Rama is not human being, he is superhuman. But you incarnated as a human being. But Hanuman is Vanara. Matror Sadi. There is no connection between human race and Vanara race. Yet, because some may say as per Darwin theory, but we don't accept Darwin theory. So there is no connection between human clan and Vanara clan. Yet, உகந்து காதல் ஆதரம் கடலினும் பெருகிடச்சை தகவினுக்கில்லை கைமார் என்று. Rama, you blessed Hanuman with a great opportunity which nobody in history has ever got so far. Na bhuto na bhavishyasi. What is that is, Kanchi Prativadi Bhayankaram Swami, in his commentary to this Periya Tirumozhi Divyartha Deepikai, he quotes a special incident. It is not mentioned in Valmiki Ramayanam directly, but he quotes a special incident which is based on Manavala Mamunigal's Vyakyanam to Acharya Hridayam. There is a shloka, Upakaraya Sugrivaha, Rajya Kankshi Vibhishanaha, Nishkaranaya Hanuman, Tattulyam Sahabhojanam. Hanuman was blessed with a great opportunity by Rama. It is echoed in this Pasuram. உகந்து காதல் ஆதரம் கடலினும் பெருகச்சை தகவினுக்கில்லை கைமார் என்று கோதில் வாய்மையினாயொடும் உடனே உண்பன் நான். Rama shared his food with Hanuman. Oh, is it? When did it happen? This is quoted in detail by Kanchi P.B.A. Swami in his Divyartha Deepikai. The scene is, after Ravana Vadham, after rescuing Sita, Rama returns back to Ayodhya from Lanka. En route to Ayodhya, the Pushpaka Vimanam lands at Prayag in the premises of Bharadwaja Ashram. Because Bharadwaja Rishi, he had invited Rama to have a feast in his ashram. Rama won't go against the word of any Rishi, so Rama obliges. They are all entering into Bharadwaja Ashramam for a feast. Now Rama thinks of Bharata. Bharata has said Rama has to return at the end, completion of 14 years, otherwise Bharata will commit suicide. So Rama summoned Hanuman. He asked Hanuman to go to Bharata and inform him that Rama is arriving and a short delay is there because of the feast at Bharadwaja Ashram. Hanuman proceeds. He informs Bharata. As per this incident, Hanuman, after informing Bharata, comes back to Rama at Prayag, Bharadwaja Ashram. By that time, the feast has started. The first line of feast, we say Pandi, Mudal Pandi. The first line of feast was being served. Rama, Lakshmana, Vibhishana, Sugriva, Jambavan, they were all seated. They were all consuming food. Hanuman enters. Bharadwaja saw Hanuman. He said, "Oh Hanuman, please wait for the second line of feast. First Pandi is going on. You will have food in the second Pandi." But Rama, he won't want his devotee to wait for another line of feast. The Lord never makes his devotees wait. So Rama asked Hanuman to come and sit opposite to him. On the other side of the leaf, Rama asked Hanuman, the plantain leaf was there in front of Lord Rama, food has been served. Rama asked Hanuman to sit on the opposite side, on the other side of the leaf. Till then, the midrib, we say narambu, that midrib was not present on the plantain leaves. Plantain leaves would be just like lotus leaf. But Rama with his own divine hands, drew a line in the middle of plantain leaf so that all plantain leaves got that midrib. Now, Rama took one part of the food, which consisted of fruits and vegetables, and placed it on the upper half of the leaf. He had rice on the lower half of the leaf. He asked Hanuman to partake the food on the upper half. I will consume lower half. That's why even today we serve fruits, vegetables on the upper half of the leaf. We serve rice on the lower half of the leaf. It was started by Lord Rama. He drew the midrib. He placed rice on the lower half because monkeys will consume fruits and vegetables. He placed them on the upper half, asked Hanuman to eat. We see many Sama Pandi Bhojanam. This is Sama Mandi Bhojanam. Mandi means monkey. Sama Mandi Bhojanam. On the same leaf, Hanuman gave food to Hanuman. Now Tirumangayalvar quotes this incident. What great blessing your servant Hanuman got. எனக்கும் ஆதல் வேண்டும் என்று அடியினை அடைந்தேன். Will you please bless me with this great opportunity of serving you like Lord Hanuman? I hope you will accept me too. With that only hope, I am resounding to you, O Lord Ranganatha, please accept me. Thus Tirumangayalvar expresses Dasya Bhavam, the mood of servitude. So we have observed 3 bhavams now. Let us come to the most important Nadunayakam, central bhavam, Madhurya Bhavam, bridal mysticism. Now let us go to Nammalvar. For Alvars we say, Jnanathil tan pechu, Premathil pen pechu. When Alvars experienced the Lord with the height of their wisdom, they sing in male emotion. But when love blossoms and when love that develops and increases, Alvars automatically attain feminine mood. Please note the lines. Alvars don't transform themselves consciously. They automatically attain the mood of a female who is in love with the Lord. So it happens. It is an automatic transformation. It is not imitation. It is automatic transformation. Now Nammalvar, he observes Rama, Rupaudarya Gunaihi Pumsam Dritti Chitta Paharinam. So even male persons, when they observe the beauty of Lord Rama, Tol Kandar, Tole Kandar, Todukadal Kamalammanna Tal Kandar, Tale Kandar, தடக்கை கண்டாரு மகுதே வாழ்கொண்ட கண்ணார் யாரே வடிவினை முடிய கண்டார் ஊழ்கொண்ட சமயத்து அன்னான் உருவு கண்டாரை ஒத்தார் வெய்யோன் ஒளி தன்மேனியின் விரிசோதியில் மறைய பொய்யோ எனும் இடையாளோடும் இளையானோடும் போனான் மையோ மரகதமோ மரி கடலோ மழை முகிலோ ஐயோ இவன் வடிவென்பதோர் அழியா அழகுடையான். On observing the beauty of Lord Rama, Nammalvar gets transformed into Parankusha Nayaki, a female. Now this Parankusha Nayaki sends bees and birds as messengers to Lord Rama, residing at Thiruvanvandur Divyadesham. Thiruvanvandur, it is a Divyadesham in Kerala. Now that name itself carries the name Vandur. So Vandu means bee, bringam. Now Parankusha Nayaki summons bees. You please go as messengers and inform my love to that Lord Rama at Thiruvanvandur. Excellent Pasuram, Thiruvaimozhi, 6th centum, 1st decade, 10th verse. வேறுகொண்டு உம்மையான் இறந்தேன் வெறி வண்டினங்காள் தேருநீர் பம்பை வடபாலை திருவன்வண்டூர் மாரில் பேரரக்கன் மதில் நீரழச் சென்றுகந்த ஏறு சேவகனார்க்கு என்னையும் உழல் என்மின்களே. Now for the convenience of people those who don't know Tamil, my grand preceptor's preceptor Venkatesesharya Mahadeshikan has translated all the 1000 verses of Thiruvaimozhi into Sanskrit called Pratibimba Lahari. The equivalent shloka for this pasuram, Shardula Vikridita shloka in Pratibimba Lahari, Vyavrittahamativa saurabhabritaha bringalaya prarthaye drishtva chodaka bhaja uttaratate pampa tatinyasthite Srimad Bringapure sato samarana Sriravanasyālayam dadhva bhasma mudangatasya vadata sthityeka virasya mom. Equivalent Sanskrit translation. Now, an interesting conversation between the bees and Parankusha Nayaki. Parankusha Nayaki asked the bees, "Oh bees, please go to Tiruvanvandur and inform Rama about my plight. The bees are asking her, oh Parankushanayaki, you have already sent a lot of birds as messengers. What is the purpose of sending bees now? Because in the first 9 verses of this decade, birds are sent. In the 10th verse, Parankushanayaki summons bees. So already you have sent 9 birds. What is use of sending 10th messenger as a bee? Now Parankushanayaki replies, no, you are bees. You are all special messengers. That is why வேறு கொண்டு உம்மை யான் இறந்தேன். You are special messengers. How? Because when Rama sent Vanaras in search of Sita, Vanaras are ordinary messengers. But when Rama gave his signature ring to Hanuman and sent him in search of Sita, Hanuman is a special messenger. Likewise, the birds which I have sent so far, they are all ordinary messengers like Vanaras. Bees, you are special messengers like Hanuman. I am giving your signature, my song, my signature content to you. And you have to convey that to Lord Rama. Parankushanayaki tells those bees. Those bees then ask her, where should we go? Parankushanayaki says, you please go to Tiruvanvandur in Kerala. There my Rama is residing. That's why Swami Manavala Mamunigal in his Thiruvaimozhi Nuttrandadi, regarding this Thiruvaimozhi decade, he says, Vaigal Tiruvanvandur Vaihum Iramanukku. For Tiruvanvandur Rama, bees, you please go. Now the bees then ask her, if we go and inform Rama at Tiruvanvandur about your plight, will that Rama respond? That is an interesting question. Because we are ordinary bees. Will Rama respond? Parankushanayaki says, why not? மாறில் பேரரக்கன் மதில் நீரெழச் சென்று உகந்த ஏறு சேவகனார். You know what did he do? Sita was imprisoned in Lanka by Ravana. That Rama went to Lanka, destroyed the demons and released Sita from the prison of Lanka. That same Lord is capable of releasing this Parankushanayaki who is imprisoned in samsara, worldly life. From this prison also, he is capable of releasing me. He is capable of destroying my sins, just like he destroyed those demons. He is capable of releasing me from this jail of samsaram. So he will definitely pay heed to your words. So please convey my words. Now the bees ask, what should we tell him? Ennayum ulal. Single word. You need not say many words like Venkatesh. He has already taken a lot of time. You don't go like him. You be brief. Just a single word. One woman is left over. That is enough. Ennayum ulal enmingale. One woman is left over. The implied meaning is, Parankushanayaki tells the bees that Lord Rama thinks that he has completed all his duties and he is taking rest. Remind him that though he has completed duties, one duty is remaining. This one woman is remaining. This one woman is awaiting his rescual and he has forgotten that and he is taking rest. So I am remaining. One woman is left over. You please inform him. Thus, by sending bees as messengers, Parankushanayaki expresses her love to Lord Rama and concludes this session. 5th bhavam, Vatsalya bhavam, parental affection to Lord Rama. Immediately Kulasekara Perumal will flash across all of your minds. Because just like we say Tirumalizai Piran instead of Tirumalizai Alvar, he should be called Kulasekara Perumal instead of Kulasekara Alvar. Kulasekara Perumal, in his Perumal Tirumozhi, 8th Tirumozhi, 1st verse, sings lullaby for Lord Rama. Kulasekara Perumal considers himself as the mother of Lord Rama, Kausalya Devi, with that Kausalya bhavam, considering Tirukkannapuram Shauriraja Perumal as his child Rama. Now you just imagine Rama as a child is just lying on a cradle and Kausalya, she is singing lullaby by swinging the cradle to and fro. The Pasuram will also go like that. Mannu pugal Kausalai than Manivairu Vaitavane தென்னிலங்கை கோன்முடிகள் சிந்து வித்தாய் செம்புன் சேர் கன்னினன்மா மதிழ்புடை சூழ் கணபுரத்தின் கருமணியே என்னுடைய இன்னமுதே ரகவனே தாலேலோ. Now குலசேகர பெருமாள் in the bhavam of Kausalya Devi sings lullaby. Oh Lord Rama, மனுபுகழ் கௌசலைதன் மணிவயிறு வைத்தவனே. Oh Lord, born in the blessed womb of Kausalya, தென்னிலங்கை கோன்முடிகள் சிந்துவித்தாய். ஓ லார்ட், who disseminated the various heads of Ravana of Lanka, கன்னினன்மா மதில் புடை சூழ் கணபுரத்து. ஓ the Lord enshrined in the திவ்யதேசம் of திருக்கண்ணபுரம், என் கருமணியே. ஓ my blue gem colored Lord Rama, என்னுடைய இன்னமுதே, my enchanting elixir. Look at the word, என்னுடைய இன்னமுதே, my enchanting elixir. Raghavane Thalelo. Raghava, I sing lullaby to you. May sleep dwell upon thy eyes. Shakespeare said, may sleep dwell upon thy eyes. From where it comes? Our Alvar Pasuram. Ennodaya innamude Raghavane Thalelo. May sleep dwell upon thy eyes. Thus, Kulasekara Perumal, considering Lord Rama as his child with Vatsalya Bhavam, pours motherly affection on Lord Rama. This constitutes fifth, Vatsalya Bhavam. Finally, last but not the least, Virodha Bhavam. Thirumangai Alvar, in his 10th centum, 2nd and 3rd decades, sings from the Bhavam of demons of Lanka. Now, Rama's Vanara clan attacks the Rakshasas in Lanka and they are on the verge of defeat. Now, these Rakshasas, demons, they realize that our chief Ravana has committed lot of sins and offenses, and we are experiencing the punishment for all those things. Oh Rama, oh Sugriva, oh Lakshmana, please save us, please leave us. Now they are extolling the glories of Lord Rama and even those Virodhis. That's why Rama's greatness is Pagaivarum Potrum Raman. Even enemies will extol him. So all these enemies, they start singing Thirumangai Alvar's Periya Tirumozhi 10:2-1. இரக்கமின்றியங்கோன் செய்த தீமை இம்மையே எமக்கு எய்திற்று காணீர், பறக்கையாம் இன்றுரைத்து என் இராவணன் பட்டனன் இனி யாவர்க்கு உரைக்கோம், குரக்கு நாயகர்கள் இளங்கோவே கோல வல்வில் இராமபிரானே. They are all singing அரக்கர் ஆடழிவார் இல்லை தடம்பொங்க தம்பொங்கோ. This தடம்பொங்க தம்பொங்கோ, that is a dance of defeat. They say two types of dance for defeat. One is Tadambonga Tambongo, next one is Kudamani Duram. Kudamani Duram Adudal. It is one form of dance of defeat. Tadambonga Tampongo, one dance of defeat. Similarly, victorious persons, they say Navalo Naval or Arayo Arai. The persons who get lost or get defeated, they say Tadambonga Tampongo or Kudamani Duram. Now these demons say Tadambonga Tambongo, Tadambonga Tambongo. Oh, we Ravana's followers are reaping the punishment for all the sins committed by Ravana. And they say Ravanan Pattanan. Ravana is almost a moving dead body now. Whenever Ravana desired to attain Sita, at that point itself, his death is certain. So he is almost a moving dead body. What is the use of giving advice to him? So Ravana is almost gone. We Rakshasas, we are just abiding by the words of our chief Ravana. We didn't commit any sin. We are like government officials. They do whatever command they receive, that's all. They should not use their brain. If they use, they will be expelled from government service. So they should not use their brains. Similarly, we are all servants of Ravana. What can we do? So Kurakku Nayagargal, oh Sugriva, oh Lakshmana, or Kola Valvil Rama. Two Divyadesha Ramas come here. Kola Villi Rama of Tiruvalliyangudi, Valvil Rama of Pullambudangudi, Kola Valvil Rama. Please save us. We are enacting the dance of defeat. Tadambonga Tampongo. Thus even those Rakshasas, they surrender under Lord Rama and they praise in 10th centum, 3rd decade, first song, Kudamani Duram dance. There Thirumangai Alvar says, ஏத்துகின்றோம் நாத்தழும்ப ராமன் திருநாமம், சோத்தம் நம்பி சுக்ரீவா உம்மை தொழுகின்றோம், வார்த்தை பேசீர் எம்மை உங்கள் வானரம் கொல்லாமே, கூத்தர் போல ஆடுகின்றோம் குழமணி தூரமே. Now we are all singing Ramanama Sankirtanam. Now these demons are singing the names of Lord Rama. They say, they fold their hands towards Sugriva and say, we are folding our hands. We are showing Anjali Mudra. We are doing Ramanama Sankirtanam. So please leave us. Thus, Virodhis also extol the greatness and gunams of Lord Rama. This is Virodha Bhavam. Thus, we have this one point. In these all bhavams, we have to observe what is the role of the Lord and role of the devotee. In Shanta Bhavam, Lord is the indwelling controller soul. Devotee is the body. So Atma Shariram, Sharira Atma Sambandham comes there. Second one is Sakya Bhavam. Here both are friends, equal friends. But this friend is meant for the enjoyment of that friend. So he is the enjoyer, we are the object of enjoyment, that kind of a friendship. Dasya Bhavam, there Sheshi Shesha, that comes and Lord is the master, we are his servant in Dasya Bhava. Madhurya Bhava, Bharta Bharya Visa, he is the husband, we are his wives, that comes in Madhurya Bhava. Number 5, Vatsalya Bhavam. In coming to Vatsalya Bhavam, here we can observe one excellent thing, because usually in Vatsalya Bhavam, the father or mother will support the child and child is getting supported. But actually here the child is the supporter, and that father or mother, whoever, whatever bhavam we can take, we are still supported by him only, because he is the father of the entire universe. To support us, he takes the bhavam of a child. So there also he only supports us, we are getting supported by him. And finally, in Virodha Bhavam, that Virodha Bhavam, what it conveys is, we cannot exist. No being in this universe can exist without the Lord. He is the Rakshaka, and we are all Rakshyam, saved, rescued by him. That's why even those foes, they resort to Lord as refugees. So he is the Rakshaka. We are all the objects of his protection.
Namaskaram, Sitaram. Very, very nice one. Touched the heart.
Thank you.
Just to dwell more, to enjoy more, just this question. You were talking about Rakshaka, Adara, Bhokta, all such things. God is always in Anandam. Enjoying him, we also get the Anandam. Then why he is called Bhokta? What else to enjoy from us?
Good question. Of course, we should enjoy. When we should enjoy is, we should not do service to the Lord and enjoy that I have done this service. God should first get pleased by our service. On seeing his happiness, then we should enjoy. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், தமிழ் தெரியும்னா ஒரு சின்ன கதை சொல்கிறேன். எங்கள் ஊர் கும்பகோணத்தில் என்ன பண்ணால், பெருமாளுக்கு வருஷம் உற்சவம்னு பிரார்த்தனை பண்ணி சக்கரை பொங்கல் மண்டகப்பொடிக்கு நிவேதனம் பண்ணின்னு இருந்தார். அவருக்கு அப்புறம் ஒரு பையன் உற்சவம் நடத்தினார். அவர் என்ன பண்ணார், சக்கரை பொங்கலுக்கு பதிலாக புளியோதரை போட்டார் பெருமாளுக்கு. ஏன் சார் மாற்றினீங்கன்னு கேட்டால், எனக்கு சுகர் இருக்குன்னார் அவர். இவருக்கு டயபெட்டிஸுங்கிறதுக்காக பெருமாளுடைய சக்கரை பொங்கலை புளியோதரை ஆக்கிட்டார். அப்போ இது ஏன் சந்தோஷத்துக்காக பண்ணால் அது கைங்கரியம் ஆகாது. ஸோ திஸ் சர்வீஸ் ஷுட் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ப்ளீஸ் ஹிம். Of course, we are enjoying the pleasure of the Lord. Just like Lakshmana told Lord Rama, Rama asked Lakshmana to build a Parnashala. As per your wish, you build. Lakshmana said, no, Paramanasmi Kakutstha. You order me, I will do it to your happiness, to please you. That is happiness for this Seshabhuta. That's why we said Seshabhuta, his only purpose of existence is to please him.
அந்த எக்ஸாம்பிளே எடுத்துப்போம். சக்கரை பொங்கல் எடுத்துப்போம். வாட் இஸ்
ஸ்வீட்டா இருக்கிறதுனால அதை எடுத்துக்கிறோம்.
வாட் டிஃபரன்ஸ் டஸ் இட் மேக், ஸ்வீட் ஆர் சால்ட்?
பெருமாளுக்கு அந்த ரெண்டும் எந்த டிஃபரன்ஸும் பண்றது இல்ல. ஆனா முன்னோர்கள் ஒரு கிரமம்னு வச்சதை என்னுடைய விருப்பத்துக்கு நான் மாத்தி ஒரு கைங்கரியம் பண்ணக்கூடாது இல்லையா? தஸ்மாத் சாஸ்திரம் பிரமாணம் தே காரியாகாரிய வியவஸ்திதோ மேலையார் செய்வனகள் வேண்டுவன கேட்டியல். அப்ப எனக்கு பிடிச்சிருக்குன்னு நான் ஒண்ணு மாத்தி பண்ணேன்னா ஸ்வார்த்த கைங்கரியம். அவனுக்கு என்ன பிடிக்கும்னு பார்த்து பண்ணா பரார்த்த கைங்கரியம். இதைத்தான் கைங்கரியத்தில் களை அறுத்தல். வயல்ல என்னதான் செடி வளர்ந்தாலும் நடுவில் ஒரு களை வர மாதிரி எனக்காக பண்றேன்னு நினைச்சிட்டேன்னா அது களை முளைச்ச மாதிரி ஆயிடும்.
பகவத் உகப்புங்கிறது எதை பொறுத்து அமையிறது?
எதை பொறுத்துனா, நம்ம அதாவது பகவத் உகப்பு ஈஸியா வந்துடும். அவர் நம்ம எது ஏது என் பணி என்னாது அதுவே ஆட்செய்யும் இடேன்னு பத்திரம் புஷ்பம் பலம் தோயம் எது பண்ணாலும் அவர் ஏத்துப்பார். ஆனா அவர் ஏத்துட்டார்னு அதை பார்த்து நம்ம சந்தோஷப்படணுமே ஒழிய நான் பண்ணிட்டேன்னு நினைக்க கூடாது. ஒரு டியூப்லைட் போட்டுட்டு கருப்பு கலர்ல நம்ம பேரை எழுதி வச்சுட்டா அப்புறம் எப்படி லைட் வரும்? அவ்வளவுதான்.
ஒரே ஒரு விஷயம் ஆட் பண்ணிக்கிறேன். சுமித்ரா மாதா சொல்றா லக்ஷ்மணர் கிட்ட, ஏஷ தர்மஹா சனாதனகான்னு சொல்கிறச்சு உன்னுடைய மூத்தவன் எந்த பாதையில் போகிறாரோ அவர் ஆசைச்சு போகிறதுங்கிறது தானம் பண்ணுறது, தீட்சை கட்டிக்கிறது, போர்லேருந்து திரும்பி வருது, போருக்கு போயிட்டு வருது, இதனாலெல்லாம் என்ன ஒரு உயர்ந்த பலன் கிடைக்குமோ அந்த பலன் அப்படிங்கிறா. ஸோ அதுதான் சொன்னேன், பெரியவா என்ன பாதை போட்டிருக்காளோ அதில் ஆசைக்கிறது. ஸோ இந்த சம்ஸ்காரம் அந்த வழி வழியாக வந்த தர்மம் அதை கடைப்பிடிக்கிறது, அதுதான் அவர் உகப்பு அப்படின்னு எடுத்துட்டா அந்த விதத்தில் நான் போக்கியமாக நான் இருக்கணும் அந்த மாதிரி.
Of course, Ramanuja is Dasya Bhava because Sharanagatoosmi Tavasmi Dasaha. His own word carries lot of value. In Gadyatrayam, Ramanuja himself says Sharanagatoosmi Tavasmi Dasaha. So Dasya Bhavam is main for Lord Ramanuja. Of course, since we share those 9 relationships, other bhavas will also come. We should not consider that when one bhava is there, others are not there. But one bhava gains more prominence. In Ramanuja, Dasya Bhava gains more prominence.
Closely related to the last question also, is there a gradation among the bhavas? We keep discussing about Ramayana being a Virya Pradhana Shastra or a Shanta Pradhana Shastra, etc. From the Alvar's side, what is it? Is there a gradation? Is there a core, bigger bhava which is being experienced by them?
Sharanagata Rakshakan, Rama, because regarding Alvar Sampradayam, Ramayanam is called Sharanagati Shastram. So Sharanagati is the core content of Ramayana as per Sri Vaishnava tradition. But we cannot, and rather we don't have the right to classify that this bhava is higher, that bhava is lower, like that. Because even in one bhava also, a particular person's devotion may be very high in that bhava. Because we may consider Madhurya bhava is great. But a particular person's devotion in Madhurya bhava may be slightly, we cannot grade, yet I am just telling to you for understanding. Some person's bhakti in Madhurya bhava may be lesser. In Shanta bhava itself, some person's bhakti may be higher. So it more depends on the individual and his ruchi and whatever bhava he chooses, and also God's grace. So it is a combination of all these things only. So from a general perspective, we cannot grade these bhavas per se. But Ramayanam per se is Sharanagati Shastra. When we surrender to Rama, he will save. Because each cantam of Ramayana has Sharanagati. Balakandam Devargal Sharanagati, அதுக்கப்புறம் விஸ்வாமித்திரட்ட திரிசங்கு சரணாகதி, சுனஷேபன் சரணாகதி, அப்புறம் பரசுராமர்ட்ட தசரதன் சரணாகதி, அயோத்தியா காண்டத்தில் லக்ஷ்மண சரணாகதி, பரத சரணாகதி, ஆரண்ய காண்டத்தில் ரிஷிகள் சரணாகதி, கிஷ்கிந்தா காண்டத்தில் சுக்ரீவ சரணாகதி, சுந்தர காண்டத்தில் ராட்சசிகள் சரணாகதி, காக்காசுர சரணாகதி, ஃப்ளாஷ்பேக்காக சீத்தை அனுமான்ட்ட சொல்கிறா, யுத்த காண்டத்தில் விபீஷ்ண சரணாகதி, அதுக்கப்புறம் உத்தர காண்டத்திலும் மாலி சுமாலியை வதைக்க தேவர்கள் பெருமாள்கிட்ட சரணாகதி. ஸோ தொட்ட இடமெல்லாம் சரணாகதி.
So the same things even Alvars have delved in detail.
Yes.
The second question, as a doctor, as a medical doctor, which bhava gives you the best of physical and mental health?
Any bhava. Bhakti bhavam gives best physical and mental health, because whenever we surrender to the Lord, we don't get any tension or stress. Therefore, no BP, no cholesterol, no heart attack, no stroke. And especially Sharanagata Bhava, Ramanuja says, Prapannan Karaindanahil Nastiganam Yitanai. After surrendering to the Lord, when we get tensed up about, oh my God, tomorrow I am having an important meeting, what will happen? If we start worrying about that, then Ramanuja says you are a Nastika. Because after surrendering to the Lord, we should not get the doubt or worry at all. So that gives us best physical and mental health.
Regarding specifically to Rama, so we have like all other bhavas that we can relate ourselves with Rama. But is it possible now? How can we relate ourselves in Madhurya Bhava to Rama?
Because
it is against the day of Rama.
Already it was conveyed that this is spiritual relationship. Rama in his avatara dasha, he doesn't accept any other wife. That is in worldly connotation. Spiritually, each and every Jivatma is the wife of Lord Rama only. Whether he accepts it or not, each and every Jivatma is the wife of Paramapurusha only. So doing devotion is from spiritual perspective. Marriage, Ekapatni Vrata, is from worldly perspective. So Lord cannot be Ekadara Vrata actually.
You were saying in the first part, our Jivatma's purpose is to add glory to the Lord. How should one do it?
That's why Nammalvar said, Edu Edu Enpani Ennadu Aduve Atsayumede. Whichever is possible for you, whatever way is possible for you, you can do. We say Navavida Bhakti, We say many bhavams. You can choose any one among that, or you can choose any form of service, and you can even chant his names, or you can choose some form of devotion, and you can convey your love to the Lord. So there is no strict injunction that you should do this only. But at the same time, as you said, we should not change the policies followed by our elders. At the same time, we are free to express ourselves.
Uh, Normally, these terms, Shantabhava, Vatsalyabhava, these are all coined by Pushtimargis, normally Vallabhacharya Sampradaya, and also Gaudiya Sampradaya, therefore 700 years old. But we go beyond that to Alvars unto Valmiki Ramayana. Up to Valmiki Ramayana, we are searching for these bhavas and we find these terms can be new, but the concepts behind the terms are very old. Today, the very beginning of this lecture was very interesting. He quoted a shloka,
Pitacha Rakshakasya.
Pitacha Rakshaka Seshi, that shloka. The shloka is from? Sorry.
ಇದು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಪಿಳ್ಳೆ ಲೋಕಾಚಾರ್ಯರಿ ನವವಿಧ ಸಂಬಂಧಂ.
Okay. So, Navavida Sambandham. So, this exists even before this Pushti Marga and Gaudiya Sampradaya. In some other form, we have 9 kinds of relationship with the divine. This kind of shloka is very wonderful. I just share my happiness with all of you. And probably some Gaudiya and Pushti Marga devotees, they must have seen this shloka, and from that these 5 bhavas might have come. We don't know. This is one thing. Another thing, Swami was telling about what is that? Hanuman sharing food with Rama. The story, even before Manavala Mamunihal, we find this story in Ranganatha Ramayana. That's interesting. And in Ranganatha Ramayana, Buddhagonna Reddy, the Telugu Ramayana, there, in my knowledge, that is the first literature which talks about this story, which narrates that story. It is surprising, and it is also wonderful to see Manavala Mamunihal, like great soul, quoting any, or not, he is not directly quoting, taking the story from a book like Ranganatha Ramayana. Normally, they don't go beyond the boundary of Valmiki regarding Ramayana. But it's very interesting to note this. Probably, long before Ranganatha Ramayana itself, in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, this must be in Karna Parampara. And Buddhagonna Reddy Garu, who wrote Ranganatha Ramayana, he must have heard the story. He also must have narrated that in that literature.
Sitaram, very interestingly you are answering, so wanted to ask more. In the Pillai Lokacharya's slokam, Rakshakaha Swami Adaraha, all 3 things ring similar, but I'm sure he definitely have deeper Sukshma meanings. Can you give a quick
Can you
explanation?
please tell me what meanings you have conceived so far for Rakshaka, Swami, and Adara?
Yes.
What you have
So
considered?
as what you have told, Rakshaka is the one who protects, and Swami is the one who is the Swam means Sottu. So Swami is the one who is the possessor of that wealth, and Adara is the basic support. So the one who possesses something, he is naturally going to protect it, being the support of it. So everything rings the same.
There is a problem. If I am having a ball pen, it is not worth much. When I am traveling somewhere, my ballpoint pen is gone. I am the owner only, but I won't rescue it. Let it go. I may leave it. Similarly, the Lord can rescue Nammalvar, Prahlada, enough. Our cases, they can go. What if they are my property? No, I am not worried about that property. I am worried about my great properties, worthy properties only. These are unworthy properties. He doesn't leave it. So with that Vatsalyam and Swamitvam, he rescues each and every Jivatma. So there he comes as Rakshaka. And even master alone need not be a Rakshaka. The owner alone need not be a Rakshaka. Many other people may come as rescuers, but they are all not real Rakshakas. Only the Lord is our true Rakshaka. So that has to be conveyed. At the same time, he is the proprietor also. Regarding support, we are not supporting our properties. At least our properties may support us, but we are not supporting our properties. So support is something different, because even support means need not be physical also. I will say my father is supporting me, he's not physically supporting me. So that support means always he is our well wisher, he will give our helping hand, that's also a support.